Hello, welcome to the home front. I stumbled right out the gate. I am Tyler, your host, and to my right, as always, is Mitch, my overly artistic friend.
We will forgive you.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. We are going to watch a trailer I already know I'm going to like, and I assume that most of you watching this are going to probably have already baked in your opinion that you like this too. So, love the first two entries. My opinion is entirely objective that Dune is great, the first and the second movie. I know that there's some contention on the first film. I think that it was
Those people were wrong.
less well received, incorrect.
Those people just needed the payoff of the second movie because it was only the first half of the book.
That's fair.
That's genuinely what it is.
And to be fair, the second movie is objectively better. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it delivers on so many of the promises that the first one couldn't get to yet. But I'm so glad that we have to encapsulate it, because it would have been like the David Lynch scenario all over again, where it's like it can't be done in one. It's like it'd have to be a 4-hour movie, which is why it's 2 movies.
It might even be like a 6-hour movie. I mean, it would need to be real long to get everything in there. All that to be said, I don't really know. I haven't finished the third novel of Dune.
But you read the first 2, right?
I did. Yeah, and so I was kind of like, how are you going to do this? It's very interesting because there's not quite a conclusion for book 2. And like I said, I haven't finished the third book.
Yeah.
I'm not quite like a diehard Dune fan, but I loved the movies and I really loved what he did with them. I know that some of the Dune fans have some contentions with a couple of the elements, specifically Stilgar. I guess he was a little bit more fanatical in the film than he was in the books.
Oh.
Like I said, I don't have a strong opinion necessarily on that, but I think he did a great job with making the movies and adapting those books. And so I'm very curious what he's going to do with a third entry, because from what I understand, he's done. This is the last entry of Denis. And so whether or not they continue past him, I don't know. But I know that Denis will want some form of conclusion within a trilogy like this. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do, and maybe this trailer will give us some insight on what that is. I don't know. I have not watched it 12 times like Mitch has. I haven't watched it.
Myself.
I haven't watched it at all. I'm relatively in the dark for all this stuff. So we're gonna watch it today. You're gonna see my live reaction. Wow, for all of you that are super interested in that. But I think we should start now.
I think you've waited long enough.
I have. All right.
I trusted you.
Oh, the dust.
You promised me that you would never take power in your name. You convinced me that this was your home. That I was your home.
Playing off the end of that second movie pretty well so far. Ooh.
You've conquered the galaxy.
Oh man.
Thousands of worlds.
Oh man.
What are your thoughts on
that? Oh, he's back. Right on.
I think you're way beyond redemption.
This is a best production design win. Holy.
Oh man.
Deliver a peace proposal.
Peace is a good thing. Why should I refuse?
Oh man. Wow.
Because it's meant to destroy you.
Wow, he looks great.
Aww.
Strike at the core of Imperial power.
Ugh. What the heck?
You intend to kill Paul?
Regime change.
I love the sting look that they give him.
Yeah.
I found someone.
Oof, man, the editing in this trailer is incredible.
Yeah.
The future has a way of talking to me. I can't see what's ahead.
How does it feel to be human like everyone else, Paul Atreides?
You have no fear.
Ugh. Oh, what happened to you? What were you doing?
I've been told I was one.
Oh man. I peed myself a little bit.
All I've done.
Yeah, see his eyes were all messed up there?
Oh.
Oh my goodness. All right. I was almost entirely speechless the whole thing. Okay. Well, sorry, people. I was dealing with my chills the whole
I was
trailer.
trying to help you out. There's a lot to take in.
I wonder if I could find it. There's a video of this kid. He's like holding this little laser gun thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he does this. He's like, and then he looks into the laser gun and turns on. That's what I felt like. It's just like I'm overstimulated. There's too much going on.
Yeah.
Wow. So is it out tomorrow or we go see that early?
We gotta wait so long.
That's stupid. We should go now. I think let's build our time machine and we should just go. Let's skip the Odyssey and go see this. That's not nice. It's funny, but it's not nice.
You know, funny thing to mention that too, because like this movie, I think in our Odyssey final trailer reaction, I said that Odyssey has a messaging problem, and it does.
Yeah.
This does not have a messaging
Nope.
problem at all. And now here's the thing. I think they're at first I saw this trailer and I thought, you're revealing like way too much. I'm just like overwhelmed with all the stuff in this movie. It's crazy. I was like, what are you going to do in the coming months? And then it occurred to me, I was like, they don't want the issue that people had with the book where they had the wrong interpretation of it, or the one that wasn't really that intended.
Sure.
Right. And so they're like, we need to be really clear. It's going to some weird places. It's a different kind of movie.
Yeah.
So we just want everybody to have time to sit and bake with some of the ideas that are coming out in this film. And that measures up with what Denis and Timothy have been saying, where they're like, we're taking some bold swings with it. It's not really like the first two in many ways because Frank Herbert goes in some weird places. So some of that comes in here. So I think they are doing an admirable job of like getting us all to like understand where this is going. But also, too, it just looks freaking awesome.
It does. I think that's an interesting point to make because the thing with these films is that there isn't really a third entry traditionally. Like, it's not that arc like The Lord of the Rings, at least from what I've read. It gets very abstract and spiritual towards the end there. But I know that he's playing on a lot of themes that he introduced in the first book. So I'm wondering how they boiled it down, how many creative liberties he took. But I also know that like the guy is incredibly capable. He knows what he's doing, and it's not like he's unclear. He's like, no, this is the direction I'm going in. I'm going to go in that, and he has so much artistic integrity, and I think that was shown in the first film.
Yeah,
because the first film, I don't know what the entirety of the behind the scenes stuff, but from what I understand, he got the contract for the first movie, and that's it. I don't think he had an official one for anything else. Until
he got a contract for one Dune film. I think it could be whatever he wanted, but it was just one movie.
Okay.
So he had to compromise with whether I do the whole book or just half the book. And he decided he made the right call.
Half. Yeah. And that is a bold call if you don't have further contracts. Because, what if you don't get another one and can't finish it?
And you've got this awkward one movie.
This incomplete story. I mean, he did a good job to find some kind of conclusion, but that's about halfway through the first book.
Yeah.
And so for him to have made that decision despite the risks, I thought showed a lot of artistic integrity. And so it was really happy that he got a second contract and then obviously subsequently a third. So I'm very curious now because he's kind of like he's concluded the first book, and that has the story structure that finds a conclusion. So to go into now, it seems like he's mixing books 2 and 3, but again, I'm not as informed as the average Dune fanatic.
Yeah.
And so to me, I'm like pulling things out, like, his eyes being like that is from book 3. It's from the end of book 2, but book 3 is where that's like a lot more important. I don't want to go into it. I think for those of you who haven't read the book, or for those of you who have, are going to understand it a lot better than I do. But for those of you who haven't, it's going to be fun to experience in the film. But yeah, so I know that he's going to do it well. I just don't know exactly. But it's also interesting to see what kind of risks he'll take with the artistic liberties that he has. I don't know what the contract stipulates or anything. I'm sure that
I think he's pretty free, as I understand.
would make
he's
him that way.
Co-producer.
Okay.
So, and he was co-producer on the previous entries as well, I think.
Okay.
So I think from my understanding, is he seems to have quite a bit of creative control. I his
contract writer, I'd be like, you know what? I saw the first 2 movies. Just do what you're gonna do.
Well, yeah. At this point, I would just be like, whatever, do whatever you want, because I mean, it's
Enjoy.
like clearly people are really invested. The money speaks for itself. The critical reviews are great.
Yep.
The one thing I am still somewhat suspicious of is that the first movie, some of the casting choices feel like they were intended to kind of attract a younger crowd, like Zendaya in particular.
Sure.
But then again, and Jason Momoa probably, but then again, I also feel like Zendaya is a good complement to Timothée Chalamet in terms of like, I don't know how else to put it, but like they just seem like they are.
There's a lot more chemistry there.
Yeah, they seem like they could. You can buy into their romantic relationship happening.
Well, for whatever chemistry failings they might have too. I mean,
yeah,
that's already explained within the story, so it's
mm-hmm.
it's kind of baked in. But the interesting thing here, as a parallel, because we talked about Odyssey recently and the casting choices there, a lot of them are similar to here.
Yeah.
We got Zendaya, we've got Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have Momoa in there, but he was one of the ones that I had an issue with in the first film.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's such a weird choice.
I've adjusted to him in that movie. I think he's fine, but the first, it just took a little bit. I was like, I don't know.
He has too much Jason Momoa. Like, he looks like Jason
That's the
Momoa
problem,
in my movie. And Zendaya has a lot of, in my opinion, has a lot of the same problem. It's Zendaya in your movie. It's not whoever she's trying to fill. Whereas you look at someone like... well,
Pattinson is a great pick in this movie.
Yeah,
because
he doesn't seem to fit in Odyssey.
He fits this movie
incredibly
to a T.
Yeah,
like his line delivery there, regime change, and like he can do that kind of creepy, weird. Because he's supposed to play like what is it, like the Tulalax, whatever. It's like the clone people or something, right?
Yeah. Like, again, that's a little outside of my lore knowledge.
Okay, yeah, I don't, or either that or he's like Harkonnen, but he just has that kind of. I mean, he just fit. I don't even know how to describe it.
I love the visual reference to the previous.
Yeah.
If any of you have seen the 1980s Dune film, like that's what Sting looks like.
Yeah.
To a T almost.
When he played Fade Rotha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When he played a totally different character.
Yeah.
Because Fade Rotha was very different in the previous film played by Austin Butler, which was also an incredible casting choice. It was one that I was hesitant about, and then I saw him and I was like, oh, okay. He stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
Like he came up straight up to the plate. But it just seemed like a couple of those original ones, which it might have been just to get a younger audience in there because he was coming out, or Momoa is coming off of Game of Thrones fame and then Aquaman subsequently.
Yeah.
And then you had Zendaya, who just had a baked-in audience from Disney and then from other things that she was doing that were getting her a lot of attention.
But the other thing about it is it's not like it's the whole cast where you're just like scratching your head, because Timothée Chalamet, even though he was a questionable choice for many, after... over time, people are like, well, I guess I'll give him a chance. And after the second movie, they were like, okay, yeah, he was the perfect person to play this. He clearly has the caliber. So that was one where it kind of delivered. But then others, for like Stellan Skarsgård, I mean, perfect. Like, he was perfect in the first one. He was perfect in the second one. It was like, oh, yeah, this totally is the Baron. Like, yeah, that's such villain presence to him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm sad he's not going to be in this one, but oh well. Take the win with the loss. So yeah, I don't know if you guys caught this, but I'm hyped to see this movie. Very interested. Show me more. I wish he was sticking around to do more, but I guess after a while you kind of realize, like, Herbert went in a different direction than I want to show on screen, so I'll just do these ones and call it.
Yeah, because I guess then that kind of goes back to what you're saying. If he's taking creative liberties to bring about a conclusion, he's sort of like forced to do that, otherwise to just keep it going. And it's like, he's like, if I just stay truthful to Herbert's vision entirely, it's just going to go, at least as he put it, he was like, Frank goes out there after this point. That is probably, that's what I hear, is that if it goes way out there, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, but I do think there is a wisdom in like understanding that like I'm gonna be changing so many things that I'm gonna feel out of my comfort zone.
Or maybe he's just like, this is just not a story I'm interested in telling. Like I told the part I wanted to tell, and so to go further would be to damage my artistic integrity, which he's clearly shown quite a bit of. And so,
well, yeah, because he's definitely captured like the point of Dune that was trying to be made. That's coming through nice and clear. So it's like all other points aside, it's like, all right, there is he is true to the intention of the book.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Great.
And like the world building stuff, like the production design and the makeup in this movie.
It looks incredible.
I've never been so impressed by makeup in a trailer before.
We'll have to like
that. Well, who's that one person? They're covered in this like skin something. I was like, what the frick is that? That's grossing me out.
got someone from the Substance to come over and was like, "We need your expertise."
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because you asked me a question on the Odyssey trailer of what makes it not look epic.
Yeah.
Because this one looks epic. I'd love to do some kind of comparison as like, what does this one have that the other one's missing? At least for me.
Yeah.
Because I know that's entirely subjective, but
you know what? I'll give you a bone though. There's definitely a number of shots in here that really, I don't want to say they shock you, but you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Like there's that one where the like corpses are strung up on those crosses. And there's like a minefield of them. That's really a lot. And then there's that huge.
Well, you're
statue.
overstimulated because you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm looking at here, but there's a whole lot to like try and parse through real quick, and then it chips over, and it's like, all right, I guess we're on to the next thing. Okay.
And like comparison, like in this trailer, there's this huge statue, and that ship flies past it, and it's like, dang. And in the Odyssey, there was like a statue of like a human, and like Odysseus chops off the head of it with a sword. Also, how did he do that with a sword? Because that's like stone.
Stop.
That would have to be like a magic sword. That's the only way you can do that. But like that's just like, if we're making the comparison, scale is gonna have an effect. And then this has Hans Zimmer backing it up,
of course.
So
who does Odyssey have?
I don't know who did the music. Well, the music for the movie is Ludwig Göransson, whatever, the guy from Sinners and Oppenheimer. So I'm sure the score will be great, but it is like, I don't know if that was the score we were hearing in the trailer. I don't think it was.
Oh, okay.
That didn't sound like his work.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna go watch it again.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch it again.
Times,
so
probably.
I'm done talking about it now. I want to see it again.
Yeah, go watch it. Cool. Go watch it without us going. Like, definitely go and enjoy it for yourself, and let us know which one you're more excited in, and tell us why it's Dune. Thank you for watching. So you made it to the end of the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear what you thought.